video. Today I'm just gonna be vlogging and talking to you guys without really planning out what I'm gonna say beforehand. Sometimes I like to do this, it's kind of cathartic. I like to just talk to you guys. I have been repeatedly asked on Twitter and Tumblr and here on YouTube to respond to the whole J.K. Rowling talked about Ron and Hermione in that article that Emma Watson did, my opinions and thoughts on it. If you follow me on Twitter or Tumblr, you might have already seen that group of tweets that got retweeted and reblogged like a bunch of times, where I basically said why the Harmony ship should not sail, should never sail, why it would have just made Harry Potter kind of suck. And a lot of people seem to agree with it, some people don't agree with me on that. What I will say is that I felt a lot better once I actually read the article and saw all those comments in context. When I first read how she regretted Ron and Hermione, I was really upset about it and I didn't like it at all, saying that maybe Hermione should have wound up with Harry, which makes no sense, people. They're platonic, like so platonic. I can't even function with how platonic they are. So yes, at first it upset me that she was regretting Ron and Hermione, but if you read the article, it's not so much that she's regretting Ron and Hermione. I think my theory is that J.K. Rowling sees herself in Hermione so much. I think she based Hermione on herself so much that it's hard for her to detach herself from Hermione. That's my theory, and she's been quoted in interviews as saying that she dated a lot of Rons, but she married a Harry. And if her husband is Harry and she sees herself as Hermione, then it's kind of hard for her to see Hermione with Ron in the long term. And I think the way she wrote the books though, it just makes complete sense. Even if it was wish fulfillment for her, I think Hermione is not her, you know? It's a character, it's her own self put into a character, but it's its own entity. Hermione is Hermione, and J.K. Rowling is J.K. Rowling, you know what I mean? So I think, yeah, absolutely, like, my ship is still Ron and Hermione, and it's still canon, and it's still in the books, and she said in the interview that they'd probably be okay with a little bit of marriage counseling, but I don't think that relationships can be marriages that are like Hermione and Harry. Like, they probably could. I'm sure there are some marriages that are like that, but I don't think that your marriage should just be with your best friend, you know? I think you need to have some tension, you need to have some other stuff in there, otherwise it's gonna be really boring. And if you don't see your partner as someone that you're attracted to, then it's gonna get real boring real fast. And so, absolutely, always Ron and Hermione, always Ron and Hermione. Leave your thoughts below, and Harry Potter's the best, and I will see you guys very soon. Bye!